It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants under the lights on Monday night.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Charlie Jones now to return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On first down, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Gesicki, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now, Burrow. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
field goals and takeaways. That's the two goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now after that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on second and third down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on second down. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Eric Gray to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Wilson now going to keep it on the zone read.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he'll manage to get to the 33. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second down and 8. Burrow now. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 27 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. A carry here for Brown. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A first down throw for Burrow. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. They bring Chase in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Second down, Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain.
And he'll take it on in. Mike Gesicki, touchdown Bengals. On is McPherson for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bengals will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Gray gonna return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. They'll run with Tracy. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And this is gonna be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And they're gonna hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Tight end going in motion here. Here's Brown. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with one first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
They go play action for Burrow. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing again, Burrow on 2nd and 10. To the left side, caught by Chase.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screen play, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Giants offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New York. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's now 14-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Brown. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
The Giants offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Russ. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Again, Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Wilson will throw again. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Bengals are out in front. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Giants offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Now Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Third and a yard. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line, but the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Wilson lines up in the pistol. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Giants.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal. That tackle's made at the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. And he'll take this down to about the 7.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Wilson to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd and goal. Wilson. He'll try to run, and he will score. Russell Wilson, touchdown Giants. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. First and 10. To throw is Burrow. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll stick with him again. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On first down, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second down and 3. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first and 10, Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, up past the 35.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Play action. It's Wilson. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got it at the 7. And the Giants are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can, and now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Wilson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate.
Brian Daboll displeased with that one. And out comes the challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Burrow here on 2nd down. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They go play action for Burrow. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Gray going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here is 2nd and 7. Again, Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. He's got it! What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants have taken a 4-point advantage. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. He'll take it in at the goal line. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's first down. To throw is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.